In this video we're going to look at Polyboard's inner tooling feature. This is how you create a hole or a pocket or a recess in a panel. So we've got the door selected in this simple cabinet. I'm going to go over to the structure menu, click edit and select inner tooling and click on the green plus button. So this has added our first inner tooling, which is a circle. So this is a closed polyline. If we click here in the shape and down at the bottom you've got a library option. This gets us into our closed curves library. You can also get there by going to the top menu, libraries, closed curves, and you can add extra designs here by clicking the plus button and importing a DXF file. Let's cancel that, go back into structure edit, inner tooling. So we've got a circle selected. I'm going to change that to a heart. You can turn it around. It's symmetrical left to right, so it's not going to have any impact in this case, but you can do that if you wish with our other designs, and we can scale it. You can change the height if you want, which will change the width because they're linked proportionally. Let's just use this scale option here and put it at 200%. The orientation will rotate the shape. Let's put that at 20%. Okay, and then you've got position options. You have first of all a tooling reference, which is set to center. Here this square references that point, the exact center of the tooling. You've also got a panel reference, which is set at center as well. Let's change that to top right. So you see a red square appear here, which is the panel reference. We've got an X and Y positions. These coordinates tell you exactly where the tooling is in relation to the panel reference. So because they're below and to the left, you've got minus figures. You can actually also drag the tooling if you want, but let's position it exactly 50mm from that top right corner. Put in -50 and same again. So that doesn't look too good. That's because my tooling reference is still set on center. The center of the tooling is 50mm from the edge, from that corner in fact. So let's change the tooling reference to top right of the tooling, and now go back to -50 and -50. So now we've got exactly where we want it. Let's click OK to apply it, and you can see the tooling, the inner tooling here on the door. I'm going to select that door again and go now to inner tooling option and this button with 3 dots on it. That edits the tooling we've already created. Click there and then edit, and we're back in. So we've got some other parameters here as well. Some of these relate to specific CNC machining setup, so we're not going to go into them now. Just to show you though a couple of things, we've got an edging option, so we could apply edging to the outside of that tooling if we want, and we can also apply a depth. At the moment the tooling, the shape has been cut straight through the panel. If we click here next to depth, it's defaulted to halfway through 9.5mm. Let's click OK. And if I zoom in on the 3D, we can see we've created a cutout there. I'm going to undo that and show you one more option. Let's go back into the inner tooling. So we have in the properties menu inner tooling 1 that's been created. This allows us to change the tooling from a nil panel, which means it's just a cut through, doesn't exist. Let's change that to no. Now we can select a material. It's defaulted to the door material. Can't see it that well, so let's just change it to this generic 19mm, same thickness as the door, but a different material. It doesn't have a texture applied, it's just white, but you can see clearly that this is a way to create very quickly an inlay using the inner tooling feature. Thanks very much for watching. Goodbye.